Hello, everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. I tell you. How are you tonight? How are you this Sunday night? Tell me about your day. Looks like I got some schmutz there. How am I? Now maybe I'm a little clearer. How are you this Sunday evening? Tell me about your day, your week, your world. That's what we want to know about. See if I get my screens going here. There we go. Tell me what's going on in your world. This Sunday evening, the 31st of July, the 31st. What is happening in your world? That is what we want to know. Hey, Carrie, how are you in Florida? Great to have you on here. Great to have you on here tonight. Live tonight. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube, So if you don't see us on Facebook, hop on over to YouTube. We're still there. I'm there, right over here. Yes, I am. I am right there. How's things in Titusville? I'm guessing hot. There, I did a weather forecast for Titusville, Florida, hot. I would love well, I don't want hot. Actually, it was a beautiful weekend here. A beautiful weekend. Hey, Kitty, how are you? It is great to have you here live tonight. Live here tonight. It was beautiful here. That means more beautiful is headed our way. Hey, Florida Angie, it is great to have you here. Great to have you here tonight. I love having y'all here tonight. But beautiful there. That's good. It was a beautiful weekend. Actually, I was in upstate New York all weekend, up at Saratoga all weekend. So it was a beautiful weekend up there. Out at the horse track yesterday. Which was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous there in Saratoga. It was a light breeze. It was like 80, but it was a light breeze out. So it was really beautiful to sit outside all day at the horse track. So that was wonderful. How'd we finish off July? July is in the books. Did you and you knock it out of the park? Tell me about your July. Tell me about your July and what happened in your world in July. Tell me about it. That's what we want to know. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kitty. A lot more traveling this July. There was a lot more traveling this July. So that did affect some areas of the country. I did notice as I've been watching stores, I've had stores around the country in different spots that were down. That is for July. But I am expecting a big uptick in August. Yeah, it was a wicked hot July, and people were traveling more this July than they were. So then you have somebody like Carrie on the opposite side of the spectrum that's had a lot of vacationers, a lot of people vacationing. So it's been really kind of funny how that is rolled. That is how that is rolled. So I appreciate that. So I appreciate that. Well, that's wonderful, Greta. I'm glad you've had a record-breaking July. That's wonderful, and I know it's not cool in Texas. Not at all. Is it cool in Texas? So that is wonderful. So and I think most of you that were off a little bit in July will more than make it up in August. Is the what I is the forecast I am seeing. As long as you are staying on top of your inventory, as long as you are staying on top of your inventory, you will make it up in August. That is the real key, is having the inventory, and making sure you have the inventory in your available column and on your shelves, in your stores and on your shelves. And the hottest July on record. Wonderful. Wonderful. That is good and bad. I don't like the extreme heat. I am a climate controlled person. I am a climate controlled person. I am. Well, let's start with the Stay Positive book tonight. The Stay Positive book is how we roll, or how I like to roll, because I like to stay positive, and that's part of what we're going to talk about. We're on page 108 tonight. Life is meant to be lived forward. Learn from the past, but don't live there. Today's a new day to create a better tomorrow. When you face the naysayers, remember the people who believed in you and spoke positive words to you. Well, that is true. That is true. So I guess I would look at, so Kitty, in your situation, what I would take a look at that you probably haven't taken a look at yet is by category. So if you take children's last year out of it, where are you? So I would run your numbers again without the children's category for last year, and compare it to this year. So take a look at your numbers, and I know you have your numbers very well organized, but I would take a look at that and see how that plays out with it, because that'll be telling. My guess is without kids, you're up a little bit and not as bad as it looks right now. And so actually, I'll be very curious to hear from you how that is, and what that looks like in your books is what I would be curious with. Hey, Sylvia, how are you tonight? It is great to have you here. It is great to have you here live from Virginia. How was your July in Virginia? I hope it was fabulous. I hope it was fabulous. But it's a common time, especially as you head back to school, that people start buying earlier, and especially this year, people are buying school earlier. So you have a confluence of things. So I'll be curious where that is, and whenever you're off, I like to look at the whys. So you have a couple things going on there. One is that more people are traveling this July, and not everybody can be in a place like Cary where they are showing up and going on vacation. So that's part of it. So first you have that, okay, where people are vacationing this July and they did not vacation last July. And then in your situation, you have that you don't have kids anymore. So I'd be curious on that. So take a look at that. Brutally hot in Virginia. Well, we really had the perfect weekend, especially where we had outdoor activities planned. Again, I'm primarily a climate controlled person, but it was really wonderful to be outside and to be at the events I was at this weekend in Saratoga, and to really take that all in. Hey, Julie Jenkins, great to have you here. So, I mean, that was a real joy. You couldn't have scheduled a more perfect weekend to be out there with it. So we were very blessed as a family to be able to escape for the weekend to that. And it was a weird Sunday we really cranked through. Friday we really cranked through. Saturday was a little softer, but I mean, again, the overall trend was good. So I'll take that. And I'm obviously back from my trip to Washington, which was really good. It was really great to be able to share the struggles that you're all going with, and actually, remind members of Congress that the pandemic's not over, and neither are its effects on small business. A boat ride, awesome, Julie, and a graduation party. That Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. That's great. That's great. That's truly a blessing, and I'm glad that it was a beautiful night for it. But yeah, my trip to DC. Actually, Kitty, telling Congressman Senator Durbin about Springfield. You remembering him from Springfield Marine Bank really made him smile. But it is that small, and I was with some big people and some small people, a lot of small businesses from all over the country, and it really is sharing our stories. It really is sharing our stories. I got to spend some time with the folks from Curate, HSN, QVC, Zulily, all that again, and talk to them. I got to see so many people and so many different legislatures, including Amy Klobuchar from Minnesota, Senator Klobuchar. And it really doesn't matter as you meet with people in Washington, and some people get very partisan with it. Some people get very, very, very partisan with it. And I'll meet with anybody that'll meet with me. I'll sit with anybody. I had one appointment that changed like 5 times when I was there, and it was like they finally, we can meet with you at 4 o'clock, and I'm like, sure, I'll be there. And it was funny, to get into any of the buildings on Capitol Hill nowadays, you have to get escorted in. You have to check in outside. An aide from whatever office comes and gets you, and it's really kind of a mess. I understand the why with security and everything, but it's kind of a mess. And it's kind of funny because of branding, I mean, the pink shirt wins it. So you share your story to everything else, and you tell them that the person waiting outside, and there's all sorts of people waiting from all over to meet with all sorts of different people, and everybody's out there shouting, "Is this person here? Is that person?" Trying to find the person, and you're the guy in the pink shirt. It's pretty easy to find you, and that made it easier for congressional aides to find me while I was there. And we got a lot of FaceTime. We had a lot of face-to-face time with people, going through things, and from all, meeting with legislators, because the things don't change. It is good marketing. It is good marketing for what started by accident was good marketing. But what started with Cutie Pink is good marketing, and it makes you memorable. It makes you memorable, and that's part of what I go there for. I mean, is to share the stories, to be memorable to them, to be a trusted advisor to them, to be the one that they call when they have a question, and be that memorable. The pink shirt does that. And the other thing that does it, and I share this part of the story because it's kind of it's being in a female-dominated industry. It's kind of important. We became ECI stores many moons ago. I don't forget when we did it, when we made the change to ECI stores as a corporate name many moons ago, and we did that because our corporate name was Everything Cutie Incorporated. And in business to business, or even at a chamber event, they would be like, "Oh, there, Cassandra." To Cassandra, they would be very much, "Oh, there," and like, you must have a cute little business. and everything. And that's why we got, for many years, never led with I'm here from Cutie Patooties, which is our founding store, our kids store. And we stopped leading with that because Cassandra would get greeted and treated very small and treated very poorly, saying that, and oh honey, you must have a cute little tiny store or something. And not the stores that we have, and not the business that we have, and not employ all the people we have, and not, they wouldn't see, okay, or even listen beyond that when they heard that, especially from Cassandra. And that was anybody, business to business, leasing a space, shoot, it could happen buying paper clips or getting printing done. And so, which is really sad, but that would happen. And when we became ECI stores, that happened far less, okay, because it sounded big. Right. And so I've actually shifted back. So, and part of this honestly pisses Cassandra off. So especially when I'm meeting with members of Congress or even at the state level or local level, I say I'm Neil with Cutie Patooties. And the sad thing is Congress is predominantly a bunch of old white guys, okay? And a lot of government is that way. The reality is half of them are wondering, okay, they eat it up, it's memorable, so it becomes memorable. Okay, so again, pink shirt memorable, Cutie Patooties memorable. Okay, and then they're paying attention to what I have to say. But especially at Capitol Hill, you got all these old white guys, okay, and half of them think I'm running a strip club, the other half think I'm running a brothel, and either way, they don't care. Okay, but it's completely different when Cassandra says it. And that's wrong in our society that there is that double standard. But right now, if it gets our message across, okay, if that it's completely wrong that is, but if it gets our message across, if it makes our message memorable, then I use it, okay, and I use that to our advantage to get that out there. And when I deliver it, it comes differently. So that is the reality. That is the case of it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But our message was well received, especially, and I got to thank Senator Durbin. One of the big things he put forward Thursday while we were there, which the National Retail Federation has been working hard with him on, is an amendment on credit cards, okay, to allow retailers to actually force credit card companies, specifically MasterCard and Visa, to allow cards you process to be processed over at least two networks, and to allow for lowest cost routing, kind of like the old days of long distance when you could dial a code or something, but to have technology automatically decide, okay, with this card I can process it cheaper over here versus over there, and to do that to save merchants money, because it's a top 5 operating expense of most small businesses. And the amendment that Senator Durbin and I forget the co-sponsor of it is who that is, but we'll thank Senator Durbin for putting this out there. The Card Safe Act, I believe it's called. I'll post something about it so that you can send your support in on it, because we definitely want to get our support out there and let Congress know that is important. Having choice, having places that you can post things is important. So that was really very good as part of that. Our quote from Simon this Sunday is, "Our lives have less value if we only do things that matter to us. Our lives have greater value if we also do things that matter to others." Yeah, credit card rates have gone up. They're continuing to go up. There's no end in sight in it. And it's really a shame. It is really great that Senator Durbin has taken the time to actually ask questions. Senator Durbin and some others. You got to keep in mind, until they understand about it, they don't know. I spent a good part of Friday with a state senator explaining an issue that they thought was completely something else. Okay, and the state was ready to kick this bill that they thought was completely something else and was giving money to something else, and they had no idea what it really was going towards. And when I explained that and was able to spell it out for them, what this is doing and how this will affect small business, and how if it kicks down the road, if they kick it down the road, how that'll affect people. You know, do you want me to have less payroll hours to pay for this? You know, and what that will do. It wasn't how I planned on spending my Friday afternoon, but it was really great to have somebody listen and actually understand. So state, federal level, it really doesn't matter. You know, where you deliver that message at your local town hall, but advocacy is so important. And I'll be posting some other pictures because I got to give the National Retail Federation credit at this event. So for the most part, they didn't want us going to Capitol Hill. They want the National Retail Federation actually created an event that brought Capitol Hill to them. They had a banquet, a expo hall that they recreated a town main street and all these businesses, big and small, and created this whole thing that drew over 100 members of Congress to, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of. And they weren't sure how, but it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And celebrating that was truly wonderful. So that was great. I'm wearing pink tonight, not because it's my color, but because of the summer of Barbie. The summer of Barbie. Did you know it was the summer of Barbie? The color of the season is pink. The inspiration, Barbie. During Paris Fashion Week, Valentino debuted a pink collection, and in Rome this month, Anne Hathaway attended a show in a hot pink sequins dress. Lizzo, Lil Nas, Kim Kardashian, and other celebrities have also been spotted in pink. The trend is dubbed Barbie Core, is also popular among millennials and Gen Z. As the website Who, What, Where put it, yes, the dolls you played with as a child are leading the sartorial charge right now. Talk about a true nostalgic revival. And the live-action Barbie movie that comes out next year starring Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken. And there have been photos of them rollerblading in extremely bright outfits on social media. So get your pink on. It is Barbie all the way for the next year. It is pink all the way. And that is what this pink is here to remind you of tonight, which is really kind of funny in a way of doing it. You didn't see that coming, did you? You didn't see that coming, did you? Lastly, the last part of my message tonight is something we've talked about before, but it's a Barbie world, and I'm a Barbie girl. I love it, Julie. I love it. Okay, it is something we've talked about before. And I want to talk to you about it briefly because especially with this news cycle, it's really easy to fall into it. It's really easy to fall into it. And what is that? That's darkness. It's really easy to fall into darkness. It's really easy to give into fear. Fear of inflation, fear of your competitors, fear of what someone else will do. You can only control what you do. You can control your response. It is easy to turn into the darkness. It is easy to give in to fear. It is abundantly easy to find fear and let it overwhelm you. Let it take you over. Absolutely let it take you over. And let it be there. It takes energy, work, and a conscious mindset, to turn into the light, to find the brightness in the world, to find the brightness, to find the bright spots in your day, to find the bright spots in your store, to find the bright spots in your community. That's right, Julie. You can't control anything but how you respond to things. So turning to the light, turning to the brightness. It's so easy. It's so easy to curl up into the fear and into the dark. But don't let the dark overcome you. Okay? There is always light out there. Even when it's darkest. Okay? Even when it's darkest, there's some light. Even when I had no light on, you saw some pink. There's some light. There is light out there, people. There is light in your world. There is light in your stores. There is light in your team. There is light in you. So don't give into the darkness. Don't feed into it. Feed into the positive. Feed into what you can control. Feed into what you will control. And you will be stronger for it. You will be better for it. And you will have better results for it. Okay? You can do this. You can do this. Okay? And don't let it get you down what you can't control. Don't you get you down what you can't control. You can't control others. You do you. You do you. You be the light. When there's no light around you, you be the light. You be the light. Hey, Kelly, when did you sneak in here? It is great to have you here. So don't do others, do you. Be you. And that will get you there. That will get you there. You know what else will get you there? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. You can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring the bell so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everyone that you know in resale. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everyone grow. Yes, don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't ask for advice. And don't take criticism from, it's a Dave Ramsey thing, don't take criticism from a broke person. And they may have money, but they're broke in soul and purpose. They're broken. They have a broken soul or another agenda that is a broken purpose. When you have a question, you can just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. I have been asked to not be here regularly, so I will respect that I have been asked that, and that's fine. I've been asked that. You will find me on my own social channels. You will find the YouTube channel updated periodically. You will find me in other places, but I've been asked not to be here. And so I respect that. So I respect that there are things I don't control. And so I will respect that others have asked that. So I will find other places to be and be. But that is what others have asked. That is what others have asked. And so I will not turn into that darkness. I will still be a light for those that want me to be a light, and I will be there for you. I won't be regularly here. I won't be regularly here, but I will find a place. You will find me on my own social channels. You will find me on the YouTube channel. You're not alone. So keep an eye out there. Keep an eye in all those places for me. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is where we start, and you can always find me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We're on page 108. Life is meant to be lived forward. Learn from the past, but don't live there. Today is a new day to create a better tomorrow. When you face the naysayers, remember the people who believed in you and spoke positive words to you. This is good. Talk to yourself instead of listen to yourself. Dr. James Gills is the only person to complete 6 double Ironman triathlons. Holy crap, that's a lot of a double triathlon is unfreaking believable. The last time he did it, he was 59 years old. When asked how he did it, he said, I've learned to talk to myself instead of listen to myself. If I listen to myself, I hear all the doubts, fears, and complaints of why I can't finish the race. If I talk to myself, I can feed myself the words I need to keep moving forward. Yeah, I listen to the words and I keep going forward. Keep going forward yourself. You can do it because you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you soon.